I mean, who doesn't want to work with Khiladi? It'll be fun, you know. And I'm hoping, so let's manifest. How about I get to do an action film with Akshay Kumar?
The next one is from Shahid Ki Shivani. Firstly, hi to Shahid.
Are Shahid ki Shivani's Diwani for him?
Yeah.
My God.
She's a hardcore.
She's a hardcore fan.
Lots of love to you.
Please ask Shahid sir about Bloody Daddy. Will it release in theatres or OTT? We want to see it in theatres.
Well, it depends on whether the theatres are open or not.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the team of Jersey. Welcome to Pinkvilla guys. It's lovely having you here.
Thank you.
Now my first question to you is actually the obvious one. Just 3 days before the release, it was announced that Jersey will no longer be releasing on 31st December. What was the reaction for the two of you like when that decision was taken?
I don't know, you want to go first?
I was really heartbroken. I wanted the film to come out because we've worked really hard on it and it's a very special film.
Yeah.
I wanted it to reach out to the audience, but having said that, the circumstances were such we couldn't help it. And I think what is meant to be, it's meant to be. So maybe we had to come on 14th April, so here we are.
And Shahid, for you?
Actually, me and Aman had been following what's happening with Omicron very closely because we knew that it's building very fast. So we were not expecting things to change so drastically because, you know, it literally changed in a week. Everything just changed, right? So we thought maybe we have 2-3 weeks before theatres will close or, you know, it'll become so widespread.
Yeah.
But then we kind of realized that if we continue with the release, it'll be like not very good. You know, you don't want to come out with a film that you love so much, that you've given so much of yourself to, at a time when the mood is not right. You know? So sitting here today, I mean, 14th April is around the corner, and I think it's the best decision for the film. Of course, at that time, it felt like, oh, ye kya ho gaya? But, you know, sometimes you have to take the right decision in the long term. And I think it's the right decision in the long term because now things are much better.
True. And films are doing well at the box
Of course, a lot of
Yeah.
films are doing well. And that's great. That's great to see people go to theatres and, you know, because, you know, theatres are theatres and movies are movies and that's how it should be.
When the film was released, there was so much talk. We have heard that there were so many offers also that came your way. I mean, for the Team Jersey from OTT platforms.
Yeah.
So, what were the discussions like back then? Because it was such an uncertain environment. No one knew when this wave would subside. So, what kept the conviction of the entire team to bring it in the theatres?
I think everybody just loves the film a lot and we all are very happy and confident of what we've made. And I think we all made this film with the intent of it being viewed on the big screen. And I think this film is that kind of a film. The emotionality of the film is such that I think it comes through best when it's viewed with a group of people with the big screen experience. And we felt that it's worth the wait. And fortunately, Omicron finished really soon. And so we kind of felt like maybe we can hold on. But it was a very tough, very tough
Period.
Very tough period because, you know, the producer's money is at stake and you know, everybody runs out of, I wouldn't say patience, but everybody just runs out of steam waiting, you know. So yeah, but we're ready now and we're full power, man.
And do the two of you keep a tab of box office numbers?
I mean, does anybody not?
I mean, there are some people who say that
It might not be definitive of your decision-making process or it might not be the most important criteria in your life, but I think most actors
We need
know
to be
what
aware
numbers
of
are.
what's happening around.
Yeah.
To be
That's
precise.
true. Yeah. Jersey is releasing on 14th. There's a clash with KGF. What do you have to say of that?
KGF 2.
KGF 2.
Two, yeah.
KGF 2.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that?
All the best,
All the
KGF
best to Rocky
too.
Bhai. No, I mean, you know, it's a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
And I think Lal Singh Chaddha was supposed to release on that date.
Yeah.
So, you know, that date was always big enough to handle 2 very big films. And I think they moved because they were not ready. And, you know, ours is a out-and-out Hindi film.
Yeah.
It's based in Chandigarh. There's strong Punjabi dialect in the film. It's a heartland film with very heartland emotions, with the backdrop of cricket. It's a very personal film. You know, it's a film about family, about husband and wife, about father and son. And it's about chasing your dreams. It's about not just living day to day, but feeling alive. It's about second chances. And strangely, ironically, it has a second release date. So I guess it was destined to happen like that. You know, that was the journey of the film and that's how it has turned out. And the genres of the films are very different. So our film is more for the families.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's for, our film is kind of like, I think it's for everybody. I mean, yeah, so you know, I think it's very healthy that two good films are coming out. You know, there's enough space in terms of screen size, in terms of number of shows, in terms of how much is available at the box office, in terms of numbers. So it's, I mean, you know, it's more like a media thing कि clash हो रही है, but वो अलग theatre में चल रही है, हम अलग theatre में चल रहे हैं, उसकी audience अलग है, हमारी audience अलग है. जो picture अच्छी होगी, and I hope दोनों अच्छी हो, चलेगी.
Correct.
It's simple, you know. When you break it down, it's simple. When you think of it just like that, oh, it's like that. But when you break it down, it's pretty basic.
I think audience right now is spoiled for choices. Like they have
there are
so
too
many
many
choices.
films, yeah.
And fair enough, you know. Everybody sat at home for so long.
So long.
Everybody feels like stepping out and enjoying themselves,
Yeah.
you know. So I think it's great that movies are giving them that opportunity.
True.
Like I remember watching Spider-Man and 83 on the same day. Oh, in the
And
theaters.
it must have been a terrific experience.
What an
Yeah.
experience! I mean, wow.
Shahid, have you visited theatres since they have reopened?
I was not in Bombay, so I haven't visited theatres. I visited a theatre when we were doing a trailer launch for our film, Josie. That was the last time I was in a theatre. I was like, wow, it feels so nice to be back in a theatre. And I was not in town. I was shooting for Ali's film, Ali Abbas's film. So I was in Abu Dhabi and then I was shooting in Delhi. So I was a little tied up. But now that I'm back, I'm really excited to get into a theatre and watch movies. For sure, I'll go and catch whatever's in the theatre. Yeah.
You know, the film is actually, if you look at it, another coincidence is the film releases in the time when cricket is going to be talk of the town because of IPL.
IPL happening.
Yeah. Do you think that also benefits because the mood of the nation is cheering for cricket as well?
Like I said, see, this film could have been about cricket, it could have been about football, it could have been about chess, it could have been about anything, you know. So, cricket is the backdrop of this film.
Yeah.
The film is a very, the film is about life, you know.
Father
it's about,
and son and
it's about,
husband wife.
See, fundamentally, the film is actually about somebody who's living life every day, decides to do something that makes him feel alive. And I think that's something that everybody can relate to. We all go through phases where we don't feel connected with life.
Yeah.
And at one point, you reach a place where you can't continue like that anymore and you need to feel alive and do what actually makes you feel like you're alive. You know, and that's the journey. And that's where the conflict is between the husband and the wife, because she's looking at it from a correct point of view, you know. But sometimes things become more important than what's right and wrong. You need to chase something, you know. So the relatability of the film, I think the essence of the film, the heart of the film is much wider. But yeah, I mean, IPL's on, I'm watching IPL.
You'll be promoting the film as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, they send, wherever they send me, I'll go. You know, this is the second time we're marketing the film, so we'll do whatever it takes. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah. How do the two of you view the concept of multilinguals and Indian films? Like now, everyone is talking about Indian cinema. Like we went to Bangalore where Yash said that we need to burn the woods and
Correct.
perceive it as Indian cinema. How do you see this entire trend of Indian cinema, the two of you?
I was really happy when a journalist addressed Gangubai as an Indian film and not a Bollywood film. You know, I think we've started to make a small difference, so I'm really happy about that. As far as Jersey is concerned, I mean, I'm really happy that we are making it in Hindi also, and so that wider audience watch it. It's a story which deserves to be told, and it needs to reach out to the audience out there. So yeah, I'm really, I mean, coming back to your question, I'm happy that there's no Hindi cinema or South film or, you know, like we all watched RRR recently, and so there's no difference as such. Things are
Being
coming together. Yeah.
And Shahid?
Yeah, I mean, their films are traveling up north more than our films are traveling down south. I mean, so I think we should also look at how we can do that. Having said that, you know, a good story is a good story. And I mean, this was a Telugu film. We are making it in Hindi. So it might not be, like you can look at it differently, but the fact is that it's the same story that's being reinterpreted and taken to a different audience. So the key is the storytelling. You know, the story has to have the potential to travel wide. Everything else becomes more like a marketing tool. But essentially, if the story fundamentally is something that can reach out to a wider audience, it will reach out to that wider audience. And we're seeing that even on OTT. There's a lot of OTT content that you feel you made for a certain audience, but because it's a worldwide release and it's a pan-India release because the platform is across the country, you see that it's penetrating into markets that you might not have expected it to. So I think content is traveling, the big screen is the big screen, but eventually content is traveling. The right content will be able to break boundaries. The wrong content, if it's just packaged and put out there, will not. So it's really about what you make and the stories you tell.
What are the upcoming films like for you after Jersey?
I have a busy year this year. I have Jersey coming out, then I have the Amazon show with Raj and DK, which will come out this year. So it's my OTT debut. So I'm excited and nervous about that. Yeah, seriously.
That's going to be fun. We're going to binge watch your show.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hope so. Everybody binge watches it. And then there is an action film that I've done with Ali Abbas, Zafar. So that'll be out. So 3 things this year.
And there's one more he's doing with me, a fun one. करेंगे ना?
अरे हाँ, तो करेंगे. But मुझे लगा ये कौन सी है मेरे को भी नहीं पता. But yeah, she's like, let's do a fun film.
I really want to do action. I really want to do action.
तो क्रिकेट खेलना है, फन
फिल्म करनी है, मेरे को क्रिकेट खेलना है, एक्शन करना है, मेरे को सब करना है. मेरे को सब करना है जो शाहिद कर रहा है. But he does it so effortlessly, so you want
comedy.
His timing, everything is amazing, man. So with me, Pippa, we've already done. Pippa is going to release soon, and that's with Ishan, of course, and he's done a fab job. Then we have this film with Dulquer. We just got to wrap the film, thanks to COVID, because of which it got delayed. Then there's Thadam. Then there's Umesh sir's film, Aankh Micholi, which is going to release soon. So yeah, this is what it is.
Shahid, can we expect you to do comedy again? Because you have a fantastic comic timing.
Somebody has to offer me. I am actually wondering why I'm doing all these intense roles again and again. Dramatic roles, let's not say just intense. But yeah, I would love to do something light. I'm actually quite tired after Kabir Singh, after Jersey, and even Ali's film, and to some degree even the Raj and DK show. These are all intense, dramatic, slightly broody kind of. In very different ways, they're all different from each other, but they're like demanding. They suck the emotion out of you. So I would love to do something easy and chill.
I was in fact talking to Shahid and I was like, why don't I get to do a dance number with you? Like some really fun stuff.
I've not done
I
a
want
dance
to dance. I want to dance.
Number.
He's such a fantastic dancer.
नहीं बहुत time हो गया यार.
There was one song in Batti Gul. That's it.
पता नहीं कब से मैं नहीं नाचा हूँ यार. हाँ. But वो वाली पिक्चरें भी अच्छी नहीं होती ना. So गाने अच्छे होते हैं, पिक्चर अच्छी नहीं होती. उससे बेटर है पिक्चर अच्छी करो. गाने should be what they need to be in a story.
Let's do a music video, Shahid, together.
अच्छा, अभी music video ही कर लेते हैं. Okay, done.
Shahid, there are reports of you doing a biopic on a film on Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Is that true? With Ashwin, I think there is so much.
I'm also hearing it for the
first time.
Oh
wow, that's going to be amazing.
No, I've never heard about this. Okay. So, as and when something comes to me and whatever, But I mean, it would be a privilege for anybody to play Shivaji Maharaj, but it would also be a great responsibility. So, I don't know. I mean, till now, I've not had anything come to me of that nature.
Okay. And there are some fan questions that we have for the two of you. The first one is from Himanshu Gaur. It's to Shahid. When will he work with Sanjay Leela Bhansali again? He rocked in Padmavat.
Well, thank you so much for liking my work. And, I think that's a question for the director, not for the actor. But I saw Gangubai recently and I really enjoyed it. I thought Alia was absolutely fantastic in the film. So I really enjoyed seeing that, and he's a great filmmaker. So let's see.
The next one is for Mrunal. It's from an account called Bhagchand.
Bhagchand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Mrunal and Super 30. I am eagerly waiting for her collaboration with Mr. Khiladi Akshay Kumar. Also, may I know her upcoming projects, please? I think you spoke about upcoming projects, but
yes,
I think he wants you to work with.
I mean, who doesn't want to work with Khiladi? It'll be fun, And I'm hoping, so let's manifest. How about I get to do an action film with Akshay Kumar?
Oh,
that would be amazing.
Amazing. The next one is for Shahid from Atish. Has Maisha or Zain requested something like the kid in Jersey?
As in? Oh, asked for something?
Asked for something.
Every day. I mean, I guess they're not a parent yet, but once you're a parent, you're dealing with, whatever your kids wants or doesn't want. And it's not always material things, Sometimes they just want your time,
The next one is from Shahid ki Shivani. Firstly, hi to Shahid.
Are Shahid ki Shivani's divani for him?
Yeah.
My God.
She's a hardcore.
She's a hardcore fan.
That's so lovely.
Hello Shahid and Mrunal. My question is, how was it working with each other and what are the favorite movies of each other for the two of you?
It was fantastic. And Heather, I keep telling him all the time, like everything about Heather, his character, to the way he delivered his dialogues, to the way he interacted through his eyes to the audience, and it just pierced the heart while watching. I think Heather for me is everything. I hope he had seen Love Sonia.
Yeah, but I've seen all your films, most of your films.
And not Love Sonia.
Not
the
Love Sonia,
only film I've
because I'm very
actually-
scared to see that film.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's such a
I don't laugh
heartbreaking-
like that in that film.
No, it's such a heartbreaking subject, na.
No.
I have
No,
somehow.
but she's a winner in the end.
I know, but after becoming a parent, no, and especially because I have a daughter and all now, I can't deal with certain
That's
things.
why all the way more you need to watch it so that we can make it aware. Make
यार
her
2 साल
aware.
बड़ा stress चला है थोड़ा. I'm like इतना hard content नहीं देखते.
Yeah, but Heather was for me.
And for me, I mean, I think Mrunal is a really talented actor, and she's coming into her own now, and everybody has that time when the right kind of work starts happening, and when you're in a place where you're being able to give good stuff which is inside your system. You're being able to channelize it and put it out there, in the right project, so it can be viewed the right way. And I think she's fantastic in Jersey. She's done such a good job in Jersey because it is more about Arjun's character. I have the easier part, so to say, because the story is backing my character more. But she has a very important part in the film, and it's there throughout the film. And she's really owned it and done it in a very fearless manner. Even though a lot of things about Vidya she didn't relate to, she would always say that I'm not this kind of a
Keep
girl.
asking.
I'm not this kind of a girl, why is she okay with this and why is she okay with that, so she would have those kind of questions. But that's the journey of an actor. You can't play everything that you are.
Yeah.
Your true journey actually starts when you start playing characters which you might not understand, and you have to discover them. And that's how you get enriched as an actor. And she's owned it so well. In fact, that scene where she slaps me made it to the trailer because it was one of the strongest moments in the film.
True.
Thank you.
In fact, when we did that scene, I kind of felt like it'll make it to the trailer because it was just such a strong moment in the film. Yeah.
Oh my God, like right now, once you mentioned, I kept asking my director and Shahid, like, why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? Then Shahid like, beta, वो 2000 की लड़की नहीं है. She's from 90s.
Yeah, because that part of the film is based in the 90s.
90s.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay then, everything is answered. So I'm really glad to be like working with Shahid and Gautam sir, who's not here. But he is one of the calmest director that I've ever worked with. Like, he is so calm, and the way he would explain with certain examples, he would relate it to your circumstances that you must have faced in your life. And I think the entire team they really made sure that the performance of Vidya was just elevated.
This one is from the Perky Guy. Please
Perky
ask Shahid sir about Bloody Daddy. Will it release in theatres or OTT? We want to see it in theatres.
Well, it depends on whether the theatres are open or not. No, I think this is a lovely question, but none of us have the answer to this question.
Yeah.
It really depends on how things go in the next year or so. So it's too premature to talk about it.
Okay.
But of course, we made it with a lot of love, and we'll see.
And another one is from Ansh. This is a very good question. Actually, even I kept wondering when will this happen. An action or dance movie with Hrithik sir and Shahid sir. When? Please.
Again, I mean, what's the point of asking the actors? Somebody has to come up with it.
Come on, yeah.
I'd be very intimidated, but because I absolutely love Hrithik as an action hero, and I really love him as a dancer.
Yeah.
So I would actually be very nervous.
Okay.
I tell him थोड़ा कुछ ऐसा Heather type कर लें because that's my comfort zone. No, but it would be.
But listen, how amazing that's going to be, Shahid and Hrithik Roshan together.
That would be like.
मुझे भी डाल दो यार
तू
फिल्म
ही
में.
heroine होगी ना.
अब
You are anyways
obviously.
the common link.
Yeah, but listen, my day one with I agree with you. It was like, I asked him which eye should I look into. He's like, what kind of a question is this? I said, I don't know what I'm asking you.
Yeah, you're actually the common link between. Yeah.
देख इसकी अभी बत्ती चली है.
हाँ, मेरे को strike नहीं हुआ. This is to both of you. How did you manage your life when you were starting out with less money as compared to now? This is from Amir.
Manage.
लाइफ मैनेज हो जाती है. पैसे ज़्यादा होते हैं तो कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कम मैनेज हो रही है लाइफ. ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस हो जाता है. जब पैसे कम होते हैं तो है ही नहीं, तो स्ट्रेस लेके क्या फ़ायदा है. जो है उसमें गुजारा चल जाता है. So life manage हो जाती है. Of course you go through your ups and downs and you go through all kinds of moments. But I think that's there in life always, no? Whether money comes, then there's some problem. Money is not there, then there's some problem. Some problem is always there, and you're dealing with it, right?
Yeah. Like my dad just told me one thing की पाय तितकेच पसरवायचे जितकी चादर असेल. So you work hard. It's not like you don't have dreams and aims and ambition. Of course, you work hard, but you be happy in what you have.
Correct.
So हो जाता है.
But Mrunal's not happy in what she has, na? She wants more and more.
वो तो dreams है ना, वो तो aims है.
Of course, yeah. It's good
ख्वाब.
to dream. Yeah.
If only daughters listen to their fathers. If it was as simple as that.
And last one, this is from...
But he also told me, you've not come this far to only come this far. And I was like, Dad, that's contradictory.
Okay, this one is to Shahid. What's happening with Bull? Is it still releasing on 7th April? Could you tell us something about the film?
Releasing on 7th April?
Yeah, next year.
Next year.
That's announced, I think so. 7th April.
I don't think you've not done your fact checks.
That's a question from fans, so...
I know, but I guess then they've not done their fact check. No, Bull is not happening right now because we weren't able to start it because it was logistically a nightmare because of COVID.
Okay.
So there's a lot that needs to be figured logistically because it's a film of a certain scale. So we'll see whether it's possible to do it right now.
Oh, okay. Anything happening with Gauri Shinde? You posted a picture, so... Okay, that's a hint, I think so. Okay, and finally, last words on Jersey.
I just met my dream director, so I was very happy to meet her.
Okay, and last words on Jersey before we sign off.
14th April it is. Please go watch it with your entire family. My film is coming out after really long. Our film is coming out after really long in
Thanks for
theaters. So
including
please go watch it. And this film is very, very special to both of us, the entire team. We worked really hard on it, and Gautam sir's first film in Bollywood. And I'm super excited for Gautam sir. He's worked really hard. I don't know why I keep saying that, but everybody's worked so hard. Shahid had like multiple stitches on his lips, and I've seen the film, so I think Shahid's performed really, really good in the film. And I can't wait for the world to watch it.
And Shahid, you, last words on...
I just... I'm very thankful and grateful for the love that has come my way recently from the viewers, from people who watched my last film especially. And I just had a lot of gratitude, and I wanted, I sat back and I was like, okay, what am I going to do now? Like, what should I do? And the only thing that made sense to me was that make a great film. Make a great film with a good story and a wholesome story, which is, fresh and which gives people a complete experience. And I think Jersey is that film.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Lovely speaking to you, and wish you all the best for Jersey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.